Hello, Shelby here. We're going to be doing a farm tour today. Looks like I got a bunch of dirt all over my face. That's alright though. That's what happens when you pot soil up and have fun with tomatoes all day. Alright, so right now I'm standing in the hoop house. This hoop house, it's not very big. I want to say it's about 12 feet by 18 feet. I've had it up for a year now, and I start using it usually like about January-ish, I think, is when I try to plant some stuff and failed miserably. It's way too early to be planting. I'm up here in Montana and I believe it's zone 5B. Alright, so I'll be giving you a tour here, and here we go. Here's some broccoli and cabbage, tons of garlic, and then we've interplanted some lettuce. This is a lot of these mixes that I have. The salad mix, this one came from rareseeds.com, so that's Baker Creek, and they're my #1 resource for seeds. This here's my rehab clinic for sad plants. Hopefully they make it though. I'm finding that if you just give them a lot of love, separate them so that you put them in a spot where they get a lot of attention, they tend to thrive. Here's an example of that. This is a garden huckleberry that my turkey ate down to the nubs. Sorry about my dirty fingers, I've been gardening all day. But my turkey ate all these little nubs that you see there, and the little guy has started sprouting out at all different places, so it actually looks pretty good. There's some little ones and a much bigger one, super happy. Yeah, so this is the rehab center for, right now we have garden huckleberries in there. We have some tomatillos back there, some other tomatoes. Yeah, lots of tomatoes. There's artichokes down there looking super sad. Got my little garden cart. Some potatoes here. Haven't quite started these. Sorry, these came from Missoula. They're organic, and this is a Russian banana. Should be good. I grew them last year and they were very good as well. This is some of the potting soil I picked up from Costco. My potting bench. Got some worm castings. Here's the awesome potting bench. I use a lot of pots during the growing season. These ones all came from Bootstrap Farmer, and it's a pretty cool system. What you do is you get one of these trays. It's for your bottom watering. You grab one of these guys. Place it on top like so. They've got holes in there. You fill these up with soil. You place them in there. When you want to water, you just water from the bottom like that. So when I'm seeding everything, I usually have one of these totes right here that I fill up with the garden soil, and I do the mix of that potting mix. And then also up here, these worm castings. Super awesome stuff. I got those two things, the potting soil and also the worm castings from Costco. These here, I picked these up from Amazon. They're really affordable. They're pretty flimsy though, especially these little guys. Super flimsy, but what I'm using them for is just using them for transferring from these nicer pots to these smaller pots, and then I transfer them to the larger pots. And I just sell the different sizes over in the farm stand that we have here. And here we have leeks, onions. Here's cilantro. It's doing really good. Just to be honest, I am not very good at growing cilantro. It's really sad. So this is very impressive. This is a feat for me. Here's a huge kale. This guy came back from last year. So this brown part, this stalk right here, it was sitting here all winter long. And then out of it, down here, just started sprouting. And then turned into this big, beautiful kale plant. Not 100% certain, but this might be Russian Red or Ragged Jack from Baker Creek. I'm not 100% certain. We got a little tomato plant. Got some more onions. These are probably bunching onions. Got some celery back here that was recently planted and some more tomatoes. Over here, I'll show you this celery. I just watered and got this guy, but if you look down there, it's a little pink. Yeah, so that's a Chinese pink celery. All right, so there's the high tunnel or the polytunnel tour. Pretty fun. This is where I spent most of the day today. All right, leaving that. Got the big garden over here. This is the big garden. And we got all the garden beds, the drip line. Got 9 rows here of 32 feet long, 4 feet wide. We'll be doing the drip irrigation, finishing that up next Saturday. This was a chicken tractor that we made that was the same width as the beds. And so we had some meat birds that lived in that for, I'm gonna say about a month. And so that thing traveled down the beds, and they picked up a lot of the stuff that was left over after we had harvested everything from last season. Down here you can see some thyme, some St. John's wort is coming along. So there's the chicken tractor. It's pretty cool the way it works. It opens up like this. Put the birds in there. You feed them and everything. So just imagine this box on top of those beds, cruising around. We'd move this thing about every day or every other day, depending on how the birds were doing or how fast they were eating. Or the garden. Got some pigs. These are Cooney pigs. Penelope and Pickles. They're pretty cute. Alright, so leaving the pig pen, going down this way, past the garden, past this awesome thing. I don't know how to flip my phone. Alright, so now we're here at the farm stand, and I'll just give you a little tour really fast of that. In here we have honey, plant starts, and herbs, dried herbs, lip balms that we make from the honey from the bees that are out in the backyard. And so yeah, we'll just give you a little tour of that. I just packed up everything for the evening, and so it looks a little bit different than it does during the day. Basically all I did is just bring in the tomatoes and some of the racks that usually live in the greenhouse. So yeah, let's show you around. So here's the front of the building. Off to the right there, this is a table that that we engineered out of some sweet pallets, hot tub pallets actually. And we made this greenhouse and shed farm stand combo. It took us about 200 hours, and it's hard to tell, but there's a little thing here. This is just to keep the gophers out. We have a major gopher problem. And then we'll go inside. This is some reclaimed windows that I picked up from just different places. This is a window over on this side, and then off on the right here, this is a door I picked up in Kalispell. I decided to paint the open sign on there just because we're always open. People just come and go as they please. They just grab what they want. They do their own math. Here's our tomatoes. Everything here is certified organic, and all the things that I grow are from Baker Creek heirloom seeds. So if you go to rayerseeds.com, That's where I get all my seeds from. So I have about 20 different varieties of organic heirloom tomatoes. Some examples here are Bonnie Best, looks like Martino's Romo tomatoes. Here we have some Brandywines, some broccoli, beefsteak, Russian red kale, Swiss chard, Chinese cabbage, some lemon and cinnamon basil, chamomile, thyme, all these different peppers. So golden bell peppers, poblano peppers, bullnose peppers, king of the north, Tabasco, Craig's giant jalapeno, not a peno. Those are pretty funny. It looks just like a jalapeno, but it's not hot, so it's a not a peno. Got mini bell peppers. There's the thyme, rosemary, more tomatoes, some yarrow and chives, some larger tomatoes up there. We have some cash boxes. We have a cash box for just eggs because it's another person, and everything else. And so people, it's just the honor system. So people just drop the money in the box, and then I get it later with the key. And got my little sign there. These are some of the chapsticks that I started making. We're running low already. These things were full earlier today. So we have peppermint. We've got the logo on there, Carlton Creek Organic. And we have lemon basil. This was inspired actually off of that app, that Nextdoor app. I just put like a question out there, like if you were to have a chapstick, like an ideal chapstick, what would it be? And a lot of people mentioned like herbal chapsticks. So I do have a lemon basil plant, and I thought that it'd be fun to have a lemon basil chapstick. This one over here is orange. Super orangey. Here's some of the honey that we have. We're doing a test where we have some that are packaged and some that are not packaged, just to see what sells faster. And right now it's neck and neck, packaged versus unpackaged. It's 50-50. Here's our dried herbs. Right now it's just sage, so it's in these cute little jars. We'll be having some more later on. Got blueberry honey, some more herbs. This is a fun idea. I had this book, can't remember where I got it, but it's basically just like a journal. And I thought I'd put it out here just to see what would happen. And started getting all these awesome comments. So before this, I would just use sticky notes, and people would put the sticky notes inside of the cash box. And so I have a collection of those, which is really sweet and thoughtful. Have some really, really nice neighbors. Just put out the card so people can find the farm stand. Super cool. This is where we sell the neighbors' chicken and duck eggs. So those are looking pretty yummy. Very colorful and beautiful. Got a green guy in there. That's fun. It's like green eggs and ham. We got duck eggs down there. Yeah, usually all of these plants here are actually out in this space getting all the sunshine. I have some peas that are ready for the garden. Yeah, I love this space. I could sit here all night long. And it opens up to the garden, to the garden beds and everything, and the compost, and it's really easy and accessible in all directions, which is really helpful. Here's some more doors that I got off of Craigslist for free. It was kind of funny though. The kicker was they were in this basement and they are so heavy, so I asked my brother to help me lug them out of this lady's basement. And Unfortunately, we scratched her wall a little bit, but she forgave us. I think she understood. But yeah, so that's the farm stand tour. I just wanted to thank you guys for watching the video. I don't really make videos at all, ever. I'd like to start making videos and just get in like a regular habit of doing that. But I think, you know, once you get going, I guess it just gets easier and easier after time. So feel free to leave a comment or make a suggestion or just say hi. But thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye.